Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Gabrielle Dunell. If you do not know me already, I wanted to take this video to kind of talk to you guys about some things that I've been learning during this time. Maybe giving you guys just like a little look into the background of everything going on. Kind of giving you my update, a life update on things that I've had going on. Yes, my life does not revolve around curly hair. I don't spend all day detangling or learning about curly hairstyles. There is just so much that happens that I choose to not post about, just because I do want to give myself those parameters of like what we post and what we share with the world, which I think is really important. But I also know that there's a ton of new additions to our little YouTube family here. A lot of you guys that I don't know personally that have subscribed and that have reached out to me, which I'm so thankful for. Thank you for joining this little natural hair community in which we can talk about all things curly while going skin deep. Behind all of the curly hair videos and behind all of the blog posts, I've been in the process of moving out, which is something that is completely new to me, being that I've lived here with my family for all of my life. I am getting married in 3 months, almost 3 months, which is crazy to me. But I'm super excited, but it's also been like this really scary journey in a way, because it's uncharted territory. It's kind of been this sort of path that I've never walked before, I'm not familiar with. And so I think in that sense it's scary, but it's also very exciting, and it's also something that makes me very expectant to how God will lead my fiance and I in this walk towards marriage and adulthood in a new way. And I'm super excited about it. For those of you who don't know, I am 22. I'm turning 23 this month on July 22nd, which is super crazy because I feel like I just graduated high school. But nonetheless, I am super grateful for these years that the Lord has given me and this opportunity to really learn from adulthood, which has not been easy, let me tell you, because adulthood has really been, so far, this outlook on kind of the things that we see as kids, like when we see adults doing adult things and we see it as little kids, and it's like really weird to actually like start doing these things that we heard so much about as kids, like, you know, bills and mortgage or whatever, household, all of these things. In the beginning of October, we are, Lord willing, going to become husband and wife, and I could not be any more excited. So I have made a few videos on wedding stuff, my wedding dress shopping, and then also wedding hairstyles for natural hair, that if you guys haven't checked it out, make sure you check it out. I am in the preparations of marriage and of a wedding, and I also talked a little bit about what it's been like to plan a wedding during this whole pandemic, which has been a little insane. But we've had a lot of help from our family, from our friends, from our wonderful bridal party, and also from our amazing wedding planner, Melissa. If you're watching this, you are awesome. But it's been nothing short of a little bit crazy, guys. Like, with weddings right now, everything is pretty much up in the air, especially with a fall wedding. We don't really know how things will be with this whole pandemic, so we've had to make some serious changes that really hasn't been easy. We are excited nonetheless, and we are moving forward with precaution, moving forward with discretion during this whole wedding planning. I get a lot of questions about what it's been like to be engaged, or why we're even getting married at just 22 years old. I mean, we'll be 23 by then, but right now we're 22. I'm sure many of you guys have seen the video that we made together a long time ago. Honestly, I think it was almost a year ago that we made that video, and we talked a little bit about being engaged at such a young age and about looking towards marriage at just 20, you know, early 20s. And it's been a little bit funny because there are some people that are super excited for us, but then there's other people that are like, what are you doing? I think that there's this whole stigma, I feel, of like young marriage, like people getting married young, even like couples having kids young. I think that a lot of people don't really see the point, or they'll kind of see it as a way of losing out on opportunities to have fun and to see the world and to learn about yourself. And I think those are all great things, but for Juva and I, we just grow together best. We have been dating for almost 6 years now, which is crazy. We started dating at 16 years old. We're 17. We were turning 17. We've been together for a long time. We've grown from our teenage years to our early adulthood, and I think that we've reached a point of maturity, just emotional maturity and spiritual maturity, in which we are able to make that move towards marriage. Marriage isn't just something for us, you know, just something fun to do or something with benefits. It's something a lot deeper than that. It's something that really represents a union in the presence of God. It represents a spiritual union, an emotional union, physical union, a financial union, all of these kinds of unions that I think that a couple has to be in the right place in order to pursue that kind of union. By the grace of God, He's given us the maturity and He's given us the means to be able to get married, which we're so thankful for. But it really hasn't been easy. It's been this kind of trial and error kind of thing. Because we are young and because we're still growing, we have to, you know, work through different disagreements together for the first time, disagreements that, you know, we've never had with anyone else, right? Because we are each other's our first real relationship. So it's been something that we've been navigating for the first time together, but I think that's why it's been so special, is because we're learning through it together. And we are processing it through together in a way that we can move towards that union that marriage represents. We are so thankful for all of you guys that are praying for us, all of you guys that have reached out to us, wishing us your good thoughts, your prayers. We're so thankful, and we're so excited for what the future will bring. So as things start opening up, as far as church, we haven't been in church in so long. We cannot wait for church to be open again when things are safer, when things are, you know, more secure with everything with the pandemic. We are so excited to be finally back in church. That's something that we cannot wait to do. It hasn't been easy. Church has been like our life, you know, since we were little, and so not being able to go to church, it's been super rough. But it's also taught us the importance of what church really means. I think that sometimes it's easy to think of church as just a building, as a place that we go to, as part of the routine, when the Christian lifestyle really calls for us to be the church, me as a church, Juva as the church, all of us believers as the church. And it's really opened my eyes to the importance of personal worship and worshiping in a way in which your life, our life, is the worship. It's not the building, it's not the church. While the church is so important, the church congregating is a really great gift that we have, to have fellowship with other believers and to grow with other believers. First and foremost, our worship, our sacrifice starts with us, and it starts with our life. And that's really been something that I've been learning to such an extent during this time. I feel like I've been going off about so many different things, but I am glad I was able to give you guys this little update on things that I've been, you know, thinking about and processing. I am working on a lot of different curly hair ideas as far as future videos and blog posts at GabrielleDannell.com. Make sure to check those out and to subscribe so that you don't miss on any future posts about any of the curl tips that I have for you guys. And I'll see all you lovely people in the next video.